Good morning. My name is Colleen Renihan, and I'm delighted to be here with my colleagues Julia Brooke and Daryl Simpkins from Queen's University in Canada to speak with you about a research creation project we began this past winter. We are grateful for the opportunity to present our research at this online CMA commission and thank the organizers for all their work moving this gathering online. In this project, we build on the rich literature on the benefits of singing, dance, and theater for older adults in age studies, community music, music education, musicology, disability studies, and music therapy to focus on the benefits of participating in and creating music theater, particularly where it involves the incorporation of local lived experience. Perhaps most significantly, we argue that the stories, perspectives, and skills of older adults have the potential to recast the genre of music theater itself in surprising ways, redefining, for example, what might be understood as singing, hearing, dancing, and acting. Our research mobilizes what Bauman and Murray refer to as an ethical advance in our acknowledgement of the great value of human diversity and our categorical rejection of notions of normalcy and ability so ingrained in music performance.
Today, we are describing one part of a larger multi-year research creation study that is examining accessible and inclusive performance and creation of music theater. Our first project was called Rise, Shine, Sing, and it was a weekly music theater program available to the public, but mostly attended by older adults that began this past February. Sessions were led by a dance educator and physiotherapist, a music director, and we were helped by 5 undergraduate research assistants. Because of the pandemic, this program was moved online in April. After establishing an online version of Rise, Shine, Sing, we started a creation project, which we called A Love Letter to Kingston. We generated ideas for our music theater piece by inviting participants to complete a questionnaire where they were asked to describe what they were missing in times of social isolation and what they were looking forward to doing when restrictions were lifted. They were also asked if they would like to join the lyrics, music, choreography, or photography team. 15 individuals completed the questionnaire and 6 joined one of the teams, while 4 individuals contributed to multiple groups. Each team met online where we wrote lyrics and music and choreographed a song. We recorded the meetings and transcribed them. The facilitators also kept reflective journals. The project is currently still ongoing, and thus we are relying on preliminary data from the lyrics and music sessions for this presentation. A major focus in the CREATE project was the inclusion of lived experience. We were interested in putting pressure on the reality that many older adults do not sing from perspectives that resonate with or reflect their lived experience. This is due to a lack of inclusion of older adults in music theater performance, a lack of interest in developing and analyzing the work other than from a therapeutic perspective, with a few key exceptions. We see the potential for inclusivity to be increased significantly by involving older adults in the creation of pieces that reflect immediate, personal, and local aspects of their own experience.
This was a collaborative creative activity where all the members were fluent English speakers. Prior to the first meeting, participants were sent an email where they were given the list of ideas that were generated from the questionnaire that was circulated, as well as some brainstorming strategies to start thinking about turning their ideas into lyrics and structuring the song. During our first session, we shared and exchanged ideas, developed some key phrases, and then worked together to write a chorus. The writing of the chorus was done collaboratively and synchronously through a Google Doc where the screen was shared amongst the participants. Participants were then asked to write verses based on the brainstorm ideas on their own, and we exchanged emails and met again to refine these ideas. The music team consisted of 3 participants and 2 facilitators. None of the participants had a formal music background, although they all had experience singing and listening to music. Before the session, participants were given the lyrics and some questions to start their thinking about how they wanted the music to sound. Initial discussions in non-technical language included the topics of tempo, time signature, feel, instrumentation, harmonic language, and harmonic tempo. Participants were recorded speaking the text aloud with their natural speech rhythm notated as musical note values. A random number generation tool was used to construct potential melody lines, and participants voted for their favorite to begin both the verse and the chorus. Melodic lines were developed further through discussion over the melodic shape and preferred word emphasis through the collaborative online process, using a MIDI keyboard to play the melodies, Logic Pro to edit and orchestrate the music, and loopback software to share audio through Zoom. In this way, musical ideas were exchanged, modified, adopted, and recorded in real time.
Figuring out how to navigate the digital platforms to ensure that our creation space was accessible and inclusive required a lot of planning, given the challenges of latency, the varying comfort levels with the online environment among our participants, challenges surrounding the combination of art forms, such as singing and dancing, and the challenges of creating community virtually needed to be addressed. Since we could no longer rely on nonverbal communication, such as assessing body language or even reading the energy of the room, we needed to make sure that our creation tasks were clear and allowed for a variety of abilities to engage. During the sessions, we needed to model a comfort with silence, as well as a process of collaborative exploration and refinement of ideas when only one mic could be live at a time.
Given the context of the pandemic and that many of our participants are considered vulnerable, isolation was a prominent theme. Thus, the creation process itself was designed to alleviate loneliness, both in process, but also in the art we created. In both the lyrics and musical creation processes, there was an overwhelming desire to frame the pandemic in a positive light. Participants suggested lyrics that were lighthearted and hopeful, and the music participants wanted an upbeat power ballad. The vitality and tenacity of older adults was both enacted and captured in this process and in the product itself, a fact that we highlight as one of the most significant of our findings. Other findings from our design and implementation of both the core Rise, Shine, Sing group and the Create session, which we would be very happy to discuss further in person, include ways that music theater offers a uniquely rich outlet for creativity with older adults, some best practices for community building and the engagement of older adults in the online environment, and some of our realizations about the unique benefits of using Zoom for this collaborative creation. We leave you now with a preview of our new song, The Space Between.
Let me take your hand and lead you dancing through the door. Give us back our hugs and laughs with people we adore. Close the space between us, just like it was before. Close the space for now.